All right, welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back. Sugar Fantastic in the building. Mass Arms, General Squirrels. My man, Sports 101 TJ. St. Cruiser, what's good, man? I hope y'all came from Trail Boxing Talk. My man, Leaford in the building. What's going on, Leaford? You a moderator, Leaford. Y'all don't know Leaford, but I know Leaford. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. That's my dude, Leaford H. What's going on, y'all? Let me tell you so, man. I hope y'all checked out Trail Boxing Talk, man. I got to talk quietly on this. I told you for $25, I'll give you the secret. It's patented, homie. It's patented. 25 bucks, I give you a not in all my experience, dog. This shit hit it. Yeah, my man Leaford, that's my dude. All my experience, dog, I'm telling you, there's something you can see from across the room that is a great indicator of whether or not it's going to be whether or not it's going to be full-fledged, where it's going to be full-fledged good stuff or not. Okay? Fannon, about to be rich at 2:30 today. You about to be dog, it's a secret people don't know, dog. But let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man, how my mind works, dude. I'm a weird dude, man, in this regard. Very, very observant, man. Very, 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 very observant. Okay. And by the way, I gotta be no, it's not, because I want, hey, look, it's all good, but people won't listen to me. People will not listen to me. They will never believe this. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, and it panned out for me, dog. And I wound up being a hunter for this particular feature. Says salute for nine, that's too cheap. Yeah. So, oh man, I'll tell you though, for free. What's going on? I'll take $1.99. $1.99, I'll let you know. But I gotta be quiet about it because I talk loud and everybody can hear me all over my house. But this is the thing, dude. Do y'all know? Put a 1 if you know what I'm talking about. Because I ain't gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna be out there like that. So just put a 1 if you know what I'm talking about. What's going on, B&B Boxing? And if somebody don't know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. And then I will reveal for you. I much love Ohio Runs Boxing, by the way. Then I will reveal for you. Then I will reveal for you the secret, a secret, major secret. I'm telling you, because nobody ever looks at it like this. Remember, your body. No. No, nothing. I'm gonna tell you, this is what it is right here. Understand that your body is based off hormones, right? Hormones. Okay. Certain way, it's hormones that bring animals into heat, right? It's hormones that make the bodies grow. The difference between a male and a female is hormones, right? Testosterone is a hormone, estrogen is a hormone. Would you guys agree with that? That your body is based off hormones, right? Your moods or swings and all that stuff is based off hormones. Hormones influence that heavily. Where's my man Gregory Wyatt, the local scientist, to tell me if I'm true or not? That's pretty much true, right? It's true. So the key is you figure out what hormones, when women's hormones are out of balance, that's when shit pops off, when their hormones are off balance. So you just have to find a way to know who has slightly off-kilter hormones. And you know what that is? Pimples. Pimples. Women that are prone to having pimples. Hormones are out of whack. Very emotional, right? Get emotional, get mad, get angry. They're mercurial, right? If they're into something, they can be really intense. If they're not, they can you know what I mean? Extremes. They go to extremes because their hormones are out of balance. Find somebody with pimples. Their hormones are out of balance. Since their hormones are out of balance, if they like you in a certain way, it's going to be crazy, dog. Straight up. That's the $25 secret. $25 secret. You can see it from across the room. But you stressed out because you're one way or the other, because you can't get it in balance. It's the craziness. And it's paying aid. I'm just telling you, you can see it from across the room. Now you might not want to talk to a chick that got pimples on her face, but just let you know you're missing. Just let you know. That's your $25 secret. Now, did you think it was going to be some shit, some wild shit? No. Promise you. Promise you. Because their moods are all over the fucking place. All over the place. And that is typically what people call what we talked about. So that's you owe me $25. Go out and test that out. And I promise you, you will find that I am correct. Look back on your own personal history. People that are even toned and evenly balanced and all that shit, they don't go up, they don't go down. So, everything in their life is going to be stable. People who are unstable, you know what I mean? Who are manic depressant, that type of shit, that type of on and off type of person, that's what you're looking for that particular thing. I would not advise, however, but pimples can be formed by too much oils, right? Oh yeah, they can be, but not what I'm talking about. Not people that have that shit chronically. Not people that have that shit chronically, and typically women, it's hormonal. Telling you. Just telling you. And it never failed. I'm 100%. And I'm a triple digit dude, by the way. Unlike some of you niggas that ain't got 5 chicks in your fucking lifetime, dog. I, in my former life, was a triple digit dude. So I had I have, trust me, a lot of examples, nigga. That shit never fucking failed. It is definitely hormonal. Yeah, that's what it is. That ain't no bullshit either. That's straight up facts, dog. Straight up facts. You want somebody moody. You want somebody that is very moody. Somebody that is hot and somebody that is cold. Somebody that will love you to death or somebody that will stab you. And that, because it's all attitude. There literally ain't nothing different. But it's their attitude. The whole thing is attitude. You know what I mean? Like a great actress, it's attitude. It's attitude. It's how willing they are. It's how willing and how active they are in their mind. Because it's all mental. And when your shit is off, crazy. That's why people look like crazy chicks. It's hard to leave. It's hard to leave crazy women or crazy people, because they will go there, then they'll go there. You know what I mean? But somebody that's basically just a very even toned, even kiltered person, it's hit or miss with that, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's hit or miss. We the guitars to yourself, Fannon. Mine is calm and crazy as hell. Yeah, calm and crazy as hell. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you're looking for. Just come to Fannon. I'll tell you, dog. I've been around the planet a long time, homie. Been around the planet for a long time. I'm what you call a manic depressive, yeah. And that's what you get up. Everything's the best in the world. Everything is so great. And then other times you're so sad. Just like you're borderline, suicidal and shit like that. Those are the women, those are the type of women that people typically associate with that, and it's hard to leave them. Because when things are good, they're really, really good. But when they're bad, it's really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really bad. I won't leave mine. He said, I won't leave mine. hey, Leaford, you know about them crazy ones. Them crazy ones is what's up. But you got to get rid of them. Can't keep them forever. But anyway, man, I thought I would give you that. Said I had a pimple girl and the one. Oh yeah, there you go. As well, old boy said I had a pimple girl and one with a strong aroma. Yeah, dude, that's hormones, man. See, you got to take a class, man. They actually offer. I don't know if you knew this or not. They actually offer a class on the coochie. Do you know what it's called? Sex education and biology. Sex education and biology. Take the motherfucking classes, people. You think the motherfuckers think it ain't trial and error, dog. It's a fucking science. I gotta keep your head on swivel with them. You gotta keep your head on swivel with them. You do, but hey, man, you can't tell me I ain't right about crazy chicks. Tell me I ain't right about crazy chicks. Those are the ones that get you like that. That's why you gotta set your goals, dog. Crazy chicks are cool. Crazy chicks are cool. Like in like senior year in high school, in between, during the summer times or some shit. Not somebody you wanna live with your real whole life, dog. But that's the science on me. That's the science. Trust me. That's a try. That's science. If you're looking for that, you're looking for chicks whose hormones are out of balance. You know what I mean? Because that's what they do. Like, yeah, that's what you want. I'm 10 years in, about to be 11. What's that, Leslie Jackson? Congratulations to my son for his 4-year scholarship. Hey, man. Congratulations, man. Stanley said, crazy guy. I know, but all women got crazy. All women got crazy. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, though. But it's inconsistent. The craziness is inconsistent. It might be crazy this day, but it's more in this realm. You know what I mean? I'm saying what I've been is a surefire. That's damn near like a surefire, dog. Surefire. Okay? That's damn like a surefire, dog. Because you're just messing with somebody that's crazy. Crazy is good for certain things. You know what I mean? Like you want a fighter, you want a boxer to have a little bit of crazy in him. You know what I mean? You want a boxer to have a little bit of crazy. Like, because you just know, because the attitude where somebody else might back away and not take the fight to you, or, you might be able to scare them. Somebody that's a little crazy don't care. They're going to go 100. They're going to go 100 miles an hour. They bring attitude to the equation. Somebody that's just a little crazy. So there you go. Can't deal with crazy women no more. I had my share. I'm good. Oh, yeah. No craziness. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. That's just that particular topic. But for my $25, thank me. Go experiment and thank me when you get back. Thank me when you get back. But I want to talk about Tyson Fury today, man. Oh, Ronald Figgy, definitely, man. Good way to segue back into boxing. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Segue right back in. But I had to say, because Black Fight Fan TV said, don't believe that bullshit. Black Fight Fan always trying to hate on the wisdom, dog. I'm trying to give out to the youngsters. You know what I mean? Each one reach one, teach one, dog. Each one reach one, teach one. It's the crazy ones you're looking for, homie. If that's what you want, you're looking for the crazy ones. And there's a way to tell who's crazy and who's out of balance. But on to Tyson Fury's raggedy ass. Okay, I did a video today. Check out the videos that I did. I released them at 1:15, 3:15, 5:15, and 8:15, right? But I already did them in the morning. So they'll be up this afternoon, man. And I ran into something Tyson Fury said about Deontay Wilder only wanting to rematch for the money. And man, that really, really struck me. Really struck me funny, man. Said, please tell the youngsters. I'm trying to tell them. But they don't want to listen, dog. They don't want to listen. They want to go, you know what I mean? They want to go try it their own way, dog. They don't want to learn from the lessons of the older people who've been through it. I'm trying to tell you. Prize fighting is all about money, but nah, man. But look, man, he said only. The operative word there is only. Like, he's only fighting me so he can make money. He's not fighting because he wants to be a champion and he wants his belt back and he's a warrior. It's not because he thinks that he can win and he wants to redeem himself. He just probably just wants it for the money. That's why he wants it. Otherwise, why is he fucking wasting his time? Man, you raggedy ass. The thing that gets me is that no good piece of shit was out of the sport of boxing. And if it wasn't for Deontay Wilder, nobody would have fought him. Tyson Fury owes his whole damn career to Deontay Wilder at this point. The whole thing. From the money he got in his pocket to the reputation that he has in the UK, all of that he owes to Deontay Wilder. All of it. Because nobody else would have fought him, man. Do you think Anthony Joshua was going to fight Tyson Fury? Who was going to fight Tyson Fury, man? Who was going to take him? Who was going to take that 450-pound sloppy ass, 6'9" ass drug abuser, and well-known cheater, and give them a championship fight for 50-50 for a 50-50 split of a pay-per-view? Who was going to do that for Tyson Fury? Yeah, exactly, Lee. Who was going to do that? Nobody. Nobody was going to do that for him. He was going to be assed out in the wind. If Deontay Wilder had lost to Luis Ortiz the first time, right? Who was going to fight Tyson Fury? Who was Tyson Fury going to come to the United States so he can be in Las Vegas and fight and have all those people travel from the UK to see him fight? Who? Nobody. So if Deontay Wilder is all about the money, if Deontay Wilder was all about the money, then Deontay Wilder would have never fought Tyson Fury. Would have never fought him. If Deontay Wilder was only about the money, he probably would have taken the money from he could have taken the money from DAZN. He could have, if he was only about money, he could have taken that money from DAZN and did a Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, if you want to say somebody's only about money, go look over there and just look at the fighters fighting on DAZN for the fighters that are only there for money, if that's the case, because they're prime candidates for that, dog. Prime candidates. Canelo Alvarez ain't fought no fucking body since he got to DAZN. Shameless plug, got a video for that too. But what does this do? That it's just that type of just like just trash, that trash personality of Tyson Fury's, man. It gets me. Pay cut to get back his cheater. Yes, the pay cut was warranted. What do you say? Pay cut to get back at this cheater. Yes, the pay cut is warranted. Dude, that's probably not going to be a pay cut. It's probably going to be a pay raise. Because the fight's probably going to do more than it's going to probably do more than it did last time. That shit did a lot of money last time. It's going to do a lot of money again. And watch, when it's time to sell that fight, that's when they're going to bring up them gloves. That's when they should bring up them gloves. That's when they should bring up that boar meat. Bring up all of that stuff, dude. That fight's going to do well. That fight's going to do well again. Kovalev don't count for Canelo. DAZN equals big contracts, wax fights, man, the worst. But that's a dude that's in it for the money, man. When you have an opportunity to fight, Demetrius Andrade to unify 160 pounds, and you don't take it so you can move up and fight Rocky Fielding, that's what he did, man. Canelo Alvarez passed over the unification of the 160-pound division to move up and fight for a secondary belt against Rocky Fielding, and got paid $35 million for a secondary belt against Rocky Fielding from DAZN. That is somebody that's after the money, because you bypassed fighting for the undisputed title in your welterweights, in your weight class, something that only a couple people have done. In the last 10 years, Crawford and Usyk, to go fight Rocky Fielding. That's a guy that's out for. That's a guy that's fighting for money, not a guy that is going to fight Luis Ortiz, a Cuban southpaw, then a 6'9", 290-pound former unified champion in Tyson Fury, then get a mandatory out of the way, then go right back to Luis Ortiz, and then right back to Tyson Fury. Dude, that is a gauntlet, man. That is a gauntlet. Let's see what somebody would have to do that, right? To do that same thing. That would be like Terrence Crawford fighting Errol Spence, Errol Spence, take a mandatory, come back and fight Ugas again, and then fight Errol Spence Jr. again. If to do that, you have to be serious about being the best guy in boxing. In order for Canelo Alvarez to do what Deontay Wilder did, he would have to fight Jermall Charlo, then Demetrius Andrade, then take a mandatory, then fight Jermall Charlo again. Then fight Demetrius Andrade, and then fight Jermall Charlo again. Who does that? Do you think you're going to see Canelo Alvarez do that? No. You're going to see Canelo Alvarez fight guys like he's fighting, because that's the money. That's a guy that's fighting for the money. Not saying he didn't fight for the money before, that money's not important, but that's not a guy he's not taking on Deontay Wilder type of risks. And people know that are fans of Deontay Wilder and paid attention to this and had conversations. Dude, 4 out of the last 5 fights, I had to clear my fucking schedule to make sure I went to the restroom before the fight started. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh God, why, Deontay? Why are you fighting Luis Ortiz? That was the first time. I was like, man, why are you fighting Luis Ortiz? Don't fight Luis Ortiz. Man, that is a crazy fight. You can lose to Luis Ortiz. Man, don't fight Tyson Fury. Why Tyson Fury? You can lose to Tyson Fury. Dominic Brazil, yeah, knock his ass out. Why Luis Ortiz? Luis Ortiz, you already knocked him out one time. Why would you do it again? Because somebody said that I got a benefit, that they cheated for me. That was Deontay Wilder's reasoning to fight the guy and to give Tyson Fury another rematch. He's like, look, man, y'all think he won, so I'm gonna fight him again. That was his rationale for giving him the rematch. Why would Tyson Fury think that his rationale is anything different now? That's why I think Tyson Fury's just a piece of shit, man. Like, dude, beyond just the obvious proof that he's a piece of shit with cheating with Nandrolone, let me tell you how cheap this motherfucker is, man. What kind of slimy ass dude would get somebody to lie for them to help him get over a positive performance enhancing drug test, but then stiff the guy on the payment? Like, dude, you bribe this dude to help you out, and then when he helps you out, you don't even pay? What is that? Scumbag dude, seriously, man. The dude can fight, though. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it, the dude can fight. But he's, dude, high-level scumbag, man. High-level scumbag. Bogart Skrill said, y'all should see my view in the Smoky Mountains. It's beautiful, quarantined in the sky. As I support my brother Fannon, salute for the good content. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the support. And you're up in the Smoky, is it the Smoky Mountains? Where's the Smoky Mountains? Is that Tennessee? My geography is terrible, man. But much love in that super chat. Thank you so much. Fury is a floater with, I'm not sure what that is, man. Khan has a glass chin. He had to cheat him. That's just sad. Who had to cheat him? Oh, he said Canelo messes with his gloves. He did against Amir Khan. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think he needed to do that against Amir Khan. Oh, man, Amir Khan was going to get moitalized. Amir Khan, man. Amir Khan, dude. Wow, Amir Khan. What can I say about Amir Khan, man? Other than, dude, please retire. Fight Amir. Dude, Amir, will you just go ahead and fight Kell Brook and then retire? That's the only possible fight that I want to see with Amir Khan. That's it. That's it. Fight him and get out, okay? Fight Kell Brook. If you can beat Kell Brook, that'll be a huge moment for your career, and then you can go into retirement, dog, because you're not beating any top welterweights, man. He's a shell of himself, and he started off as a shell of himself. He's a shell of the shell of himself. Canelo had some gloves that had less padding. I mean, my understanding from Amir Khan, from what Amir Khan said, if that's what if you're talking about the same conversation, what I mean, let me get to, I'm sorry, my mind skipped because I was going to get to Sean, what Sean J said. I'll try to remember what Sean J, I'll try to remember to get to you, Sean J. He was talking about the gloves and how these gloves are made, how they're custom made gloves for everybody. So pretty much when you have custom made gloves, you can, and they're literally made for your hand, that you can tell the person that makes it, move the padding a little bit over here, create the padding over here, get the padding off of my knuckles, or not so much padding on my knuckles, which would seem to me that you would have like some standard, that you should have some standard amount of the positioning of the standard positioning of the padding and a standard amount of padding. And if that doesn't, and then have people that look at it trained to see. I don't think you should be able to have custom made. It's not bad. I mean, just like, it's like corking your bat. You know what I mean? Corking your bat in baseball. Then people get a cut. Hey, give me my bat. You know what I mean? You know, the one with the cork in it, Sammy Sosa. You know, they're corking their gloves. That's what it looks like to me. Wilder looked worried that night. Hey, man, he lost the fight. He looked focused to me. But Tyson Fury is a tough fighter. I mean, it's not, dude, Deontay Wilder's probably the only guy that has a potential to beat Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division. Just be real about it. You know, I called the dude a scumbag because he pissed me off with that. Like, dude, this cat cuts you. Deontay Wilder ain't never said anything but positive things about as far as the money situation. The dude looked out for Tyson Fury. The dude looked out for Luis Ortiz. Neither one of those guys, Luis Ortiz's career earnings probably would have never gotten over $1.5 million if it wasn't for Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder was like, nah, man, none of these guys want to fight. None of these guys want to fight Luis Ortiz. Everybody's scared of Luis Ortiz or think he's too much of a risk. I'm going to fight Luis Ortiz because I know about his daughter. I know the situation that he's in, and he's trying to earn money to take care of his family. So I'm going to get a dude to fight. I'm going to bless the dude with the fight. We're all in this for the same reason, trying to get ahead, which is, I mean, it's a really good gesture in that particular circumstance from Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay Wilder got paid too, right? He became very rich off of it if he wasn't already. But it's just something like, that's some shit where karma's coming to get you, homie. Like, you can't, that's some old karma type stuff. You out there, first of all, you know damn well you're cheating, dude. Now, damn well you're cheating. First and foremost, we know you cheat, okay? But then to cheat and spit on the guy's integrity, like, yeah, he only wants to fight me for the money. Yeah, but maybe maybe I'll fight, maybe I'll ask him to step aside. Did he ask your ass to step aside? Oh, you stepped aside for the rematch originally and put a whole fucking game plan off by jumping out of the shit to begin with. Lonnie DiCarlo, man, Fury knows saying that will keep people talking about him. Business move, really? No, asshole move. Dude, man, everybody's trying to make business moves. It's tough. You got to be, let me put it that way. If he said that because it's a business move, he's even more of a scumbag. Because he doesn't believe it. He's just lying about it. What difference does it make? If it's something he believes, then it's something he believes, and he's a scumbag for saying that shit. And if he doesn't believe it, he's a lying scumbag. And so it just makes it's the same way either way you go. For me, Underground Asylum, much love in that super chat. But I appreciate that, Lonnie. I do. I appreciate that. I understand where you're coming from on that. Underground Asylum said, what up, Fannon? Hope all is well with everyone. Salute. Have to work, but still listening. Thank you, sir, man. And I'm very happy that you have the ability to work. Because there's a lot of people out there that do not have that luxury right now. So blessings to you, man. And Bogart Skrilla out there in the Smoky Mountains. Yes, sir. And Ron Finkley, man, if I didn't give you a shout out, man. Hey, Ron Finkley. You got that boy pissed off, huh? I saw that video, Ronnie. I saw that video, Ronald. You got him pissed off, huh? You got him pissed off and gave that boy some content, huh? I know you're listening in here too, dog. I know you're still listening. I know you're in the comment section, man. Dog, leave it alone, man. Let bygones be bygones, homeboy. Let bygones be bygones. I wish you nothing but the best, my friend. I wish you nothing but the best, man. Let bygones be bygones. Keep it pushing, man. Get your money. Get your money. Said Wilder wasn't ready that night. Oh, apparently not, dog. Apparently not. I said I was bored. Yeah. I thought that was hilarious, man. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, man. Just let it go, man. Let it go. It's all good. It's all good. What Sean J say that got taken out of there? What my man Leaford say? Leaford said for sure. Yes, sir. By the way, man, Leaford's my guy, man. Leaford's my guy. That's a friend. That's a true longtime friend of mine, man. That is a good ass dude, man. Treat Leaford with respect. Okay, that's why you ain't seen Leaford in here before too much, but that's why I got a wrench right away, man. I got a long history with Leaford, man. That's my dude, man. That is my dude. Fannon, I work for Department of Defense. We still moving. Don't let old media fool everybody. Hold on, what? I work for the Department of Defense. We still moving. Don't let old media fool anybody. You talk about what's still moving? The military still moving? I'm sure it is. That shit ain't stopping. You know what I mean? That ain't stopping. After Errol Spence goes undisputed to 147, does he move up or down? Says Julius Frank up. He can barely make 147 as it is. He's having a hard time. He was having his last two fights. He had a very difficult time making 147. I think it is, you know, based on what he said. I won't give my opinion on what it is. I'll tell you what he said. What he said was that he had gotten up to about 190 pounds before the Mikey Garcia fight. And he's a rich man, dude. He likes to eat. And he likes to eat the type of food that where the grease seeps through the paper bag. You know, that's what he likes. He likes to eat, you know, like a lot of people. And he's very, very wealthy. So, hey man, he had all the food he wanted to eat and anything he wanted to do, anything he wanted whenever he wanted it, you know, within reason, obviously. And it affected him. But he started his first maybe 6 fights. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I think his first 6 fights were actually at 154. And then when he got it, when it was like, all right, it's go time, he shed a few pounds and then fought at 147 pounds. But he'll wind back up there 140 pounds. I mean 154 pounds. There's no way he can fight at 140. And there's no reason for him to fight 140 because the money ain't even at 140. The money weight classes in boxing are heavyweight in this order: heavyweight, welterweight, middleweight, lightweight. So he's really leaving from the second biggest money division in boxing to the third biggest money division in boxing. But if he unifies at 147, he's bringing his cachet to 160. 150, I think he'll go to 160. I don't even know about the 154 though. Because, you know, 154, I think 154 is that's murderer's row over there at 154. Not like Errol wouldn't fight the guys, but, you know, or maybe he'll go after he unifies, he'll go to 154 and then Jermell will go to 160. And Jamal will go to 168. That's what, because I don't see Jermell Charlo can't see Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence ever fight. I can't see that. Even though, wow, what a great fight, man. I mean, like, wow, what a great fight. Them boys in Houston, I think Houston got a top pound for pound fighter in Jermell. I mean, Jamal probably should be too, but I think even more so Jermell. Even though I would take in a fight, you know, I would take Jamal Charlo over Jermell Charlo. But Jermell Charlo, I think, is one of the most underrated fighters in boxing. I don't know if there's anybody more underrated than Jermell Charlo. When you got that fucking monster Inoue sitting up at number 4 pound for pound, people got him as high as number 4 pound for pound, and Jermell Charlo not even on there. It's like, man, please, man. Bend over 154, the weakest division. Spence would wash everyone. What? 154 is deep. Ezekiel the Max and Fannon are both Errol Spence's parents Jamaican or just his dad, I believe that his mother is from the United States. I think she's from Dallas. I don't know about that. I won't say where she's from because I ain't got no idea. But she is definitely his dad is definitely from Jamaica and his mother's from the United States. But oh no, by the way, man, 154 pounds is stacked. J-Rock, Jared Hurd, Jermell Charlo, Tony Harrison, Jason Rosario, and you still got guys like Erislandy Lara in there too. You got dudes like Brian Castano. Man, they got Junior 2 154 is probably the best division in boxing. It's the deepest division. I think it's I don't know, is it the deepest division? The deepest division might still be welterweight. No, they're kind of top heavy. Nah, 154 is probably the deepest. 154 is the deepest. 168 ain't no joke either, though. 168 is no joke either. But they just in 168 you have David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. Now, them other 2 champions is washed though. What man? On Callum Smith. I was okay on Callum Smith. I watched Callum Smith maybe after about the 5th time I watched Callum Smith fight. I'm like, dude, you are basic. Dog, you are basic algebra, homie. That's basic algebra right there with Caleb Plant. And I don't believe Billy Joe Saunders at 168 either because he's a steroid cheat. So, you know, but 168 is deep. 160, if people thought if they would fight, if it wasn't for Canelo Alvarez, let me put it that way. If it wasn't for Canelo Alvarez, 168 might be the deepest in boxing. I mean 160. Because you have Jermall Charlo, you got Demetrius Andrade, you got Gennady Golovkin, you got Deverenchenko, you got what's that other dude's name, man, that Charlo fought that was a lot better than people thought. Korobov, Matt Korobov is there. They got a lot of 160. Chris Eubank moved down to 160. Yeah, it's really deep. 154, 147 is deep, 154 is deep, 160 is deep, 168 is deep, 178, nah, who cares about cruiserweight? Heavyweights, top heavy. 135 has a good solid 5. I think 135, I think one lightweight has, well, 140 is good. 140 is really good too. 140 is good. Paragon of Principles said if Wilder just wanted the money, he would have taken a step aside money and chilled. Wilder wants revenge. Let's go, champ. Payback. LDBC. Respect for 9. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I mean, I just think you just calling it. Just come on, man. Come on, man. But that's all right, man. That shit's gonna snap back on you, homie. And you're gonna have that You're gonna have that Anthony Joshua moment. You're gonna have that Anthony Joshua moment. Like what? What happened? You know, the moments you should have had when they cheated for your ass and allowed you to get out of that fight with Otto Wallin, which your eye had open. Anybody else would have had that fight stopped, man. Anybody else would have had that fight stopped. But now I hope you can't get your ass so you can't go back to the UK. See, you know who would ruin? You know who would give Tyson Fury what might happen to Tyson Fury? With all this stuff going on with the virus and all this stuff, what if he can't fight in the United States? What if he can't fight here? What if Donald Trump and the guy, nah, yeah, we're gonna let people in the United States get out and move around, and we'll do that, but no, we can't have no international travel except for emergencies. You know what I mean? No international travel. We got to cut off our borders. we got to cut off that border from the UK. Can't do it. Can't come, Tyson. And he got to sit his ass over there. And then what's he going to do? Who's he going to fight over there? Tyson Fury need to be happy he got Deontay Wilder fight. Maybe thanking his lucky stars that he got another fight with Deontay Wilder. Because what else is left? There's no big mega guy that people are going to be amped up to see him fight. They're trying to sell this idea of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, but there's no buzz for it whatsoever. That could be because everybody, people know for the most part, nah, dude, AJ, man, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. AJ shit is washed. AJ, if you didn't recall, AJ got his ass beat the fuck up by a fat man from California. Okay? And then he ran away and he ran around the desert to try to get that back, dog. I don't buy it. And then watch this Pulev fight. Don't lunch on this Pulev fight. Don't lunch because they got the same promoter as Tyson Fury. Maybe somebody come in with that crunk style. Maybe Pulev's a big guy. He can come with that crunk style, right? You know what I mean? The elbows, the neck wrenches, all of that shit. Get him a little nandrolone in the system. Never know, man. Never know. Oh, AJ's definitely going to lose again. AJ's not that good. He's not that good. As much as y'all want to get on Deontay Wilder about not being all this and dude, Anthony Joshua's not that good, man. Anthony Joshua ain't that good. Okay? The distance with Joseph Parker, let me remind you, got tested by Joseph Parker. Anybody confusing Joseph Parker with one of the best heavyweights in the world? No. Joseph Parker pushed him. He lost to Andy Ruiz. They needed to give some gimmicky shit, so he almost went the distance with Carlos Takam. He's a good fighter. He's just not all that. That is not some world beater, Hall of Fame level heavyweight, man. That's not Larry Holmes. Okay? Anthony Joshua is not Larry Holmes. He's not Lennox Lewis. That's not Riddick Bowe. That's not even Riddick Bowe. That's not Evander Holyfield. He's not that level of fighter, man. He is somebody that caught fire in the UK because he's an Olympic gold medalist and he won the Olympic gold medal in London in the London Olympics. And he picked up a bunch of vacant belts from Tyson Fury. It was a beautiful storm. It was a beautiful storm that all came together in order to make Anthony Joshua something that was very sellable. You know, the way he's very polite, he's soft spoken. You know, there's a lot of rainbow people that are attracted to him. All of that good old shit. You know, he brings in that alternative lifestyle crowd. All of that good stuff. You know, but he's a very good fighter. That's not a great fighter, man. It's not a great fighter. Larry Holmes mopped the floor with his ass. Mopped the floor with him. He's not getting out of a fight awake with Lennox Lewis. Not happening. And quite honestly, dude, I'm not even really interested in the Tyson Fury fight with him because Tyson Fury is just going to box the dude from the outside and win like that. But Anthony Joshua does. I mean, there's some things about Anthony. One thing Anthony Joshua can do, though, I don't want to completely take a dump on the dude. He got pop. And he's got pop, and Tyson Fury ain't got no chin. He's got pop, and Tyson Fury don't have a chin. So that's there out for him. That hope of him, you know, knocking out Tyson Fury. But as far as being on the same level of fighter as Tyson Fury, no. Anthony Joshua, I don't think Anthony Joshua's on the same level of fighter as Luis Ortiz. I think Luis Ortiz caused that dude so many fucking problems, dude, that after that fight, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, AJ got a gift. If AJ didn't get knocked out, AJ was going to get a gift. If they had I believe that if AJ had fought Luis Ortiz instead of Andy Ruiz, his ass would have got knocked out the first time, and he probably would have got his ass knocked out the second fucking time. I'm not that. I don't buy it like that, and I think I'm just what it is for me. Dre's Finest, man, said, Fannon, my daughter graduated with her law degree. Congratulations, council. May 16, and they postponed her graduation because of the coronavirus. COVID-19 is serious. Be safe. Oh, man, I can't be any more safe than not leaving my house, man, but I appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody be safe, man. The Mr. 300XZ in that super chat, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. Paragons of Principles. After Wild KO's Fury, he's never losing again. That's why I want him to get Buddy McGirt. Eric Jinx said, wait a minute, Fannon. Joshua is not a great fighter. I don't think he's a great fighter. I think that there's something that he does very well, though. I think there's something that he does very, very well. He can crack the shit out of you. That uppercut of his, dude. I think that might be my favorite punch from other than Deontay Wilder's right hand. Anthony Joshua's uppercut might be my favorite punch that anybody has in boxing. Because if he lands that shit on you, dude, nighty-night. You know what I mean? You're not getting out of that. I don't think anybody's taking that shot, dog. If he can hit you with that, you're going out, homie. You're going out. That's what I believe. Yes, and Woolback said, good uppercut, but poor inside fighting. Otherwise, yeah, agreed. But I love that. Hey, I love that shot he got. Bend over. Shut the fuck up. Go find somebody and bend over for them. He destroyed Andy Ruiz. Whoop motherfucking P. Dude. Whoopee motherfucking dude. Okay? He destroyed the guy that knocked him out. He destroyed somebody by going the distance. Never hurting the guy and jabbing his way and moving his way to a win. That's destroyed. You got a real loose definition of that word, man. Jay Martin, has Wilder ever KO'd someone to the body? I don't know if he's ever KO'd somebody to the body. I think he was too busy knocking out people to the head. And by the way, How often do you really get a KO to the body? That's not that common experience. That's not a very common experience. That you hit somebody with a body shot and stop them. Lomachenko pulled that off against Linares. Terrence Crawford pulled that off against Julius Ndungo. And Regis Prograis pulled that off against Julius Ndungo. But let me know, what heavyweights have been knocked out with a body shot? Knocked out with a body shot. I can't think of any. Though I'm sure maybe somebody else can. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Roy Jones got body shot KOs, yeah. How many heavyweights have been knocked out with body shots, though? Yeah, Errol got Ocampo. Yeah, he got Ocampo with that body shot, with that liver shot. I'm just saying, yeah, it happened to heavyweights. When is the last heavyweight you saw get knocked out with a body shot? Just if somebody can give me a couple of examples, I want to know. I think that's a really good question. I've not seen Deontay Wilder knock anybody out with a body shot. I've seen him knock out 40 people. I've seen him knock out 40 people, though. I ain't seen anybody else in boxing knock out 40 people. I just have never seen anybody. I don't know if anybody's that's happened. Usually it's to the chin, dog. Frazier did it. Frazier did it. Yeah, okay. So Frazier has been out of the ring for 45 years. But Frazier, okay, yeah, Frazier. I think that's just, I have not seen a lot of that, dude. I have not seen, even when Tyson Fury, it's like Tyson Fury knocked down Deontay Wilder with a body shot. Bullshit. Okay, Deontay Wilder was already hurt, man. Deontay Wilder didn't have his equilibrium. He was still hurt from the first shot. The fact that he went down off of a body shot was more balanced than anything else, man. I still am not particularly convinced on Tyson Fury's punching power, because Deontay Wilder should have never won 7 rounds. If Tyson Fury was as hurt as Deontay Wilder was, that fight's not going 7 rounds. He's not up against the ropes trying to block shots and still being able to stand up. That was a not. Well, he didn't trip. Deontay Wilder tried to pivot, and he pivoted across his leg. I don't think Tyson Fury actually tried to trip him. I think Deontay Wilder tripped over his leg. If that's what we were saying, if we're saying the same thing, I don't think he didn't stick his leg out and trip him. But Deontay Wilder did trip over his leg. I didn't think he didn't get knocked down by a body shot. He didn't get hurt and knocked down by a body shot. Tyson Fury landed one good body shot, landed a body shot. The thing that did that to him was that shot behind the head, the shot behind the ear, which will knock anybody fucking silly, getting hit by the ear, hit behind the ear. But again, it was not Deontay Wilder's fault. Excuse me, it wasn't Tyson Fury's fault that Deontay Wilder turned his head. Unless you want to consider the fact that maybe he didn't have his glove in his hand and he had an extra 3 inches reach, which is a different subject altogether. Yeah, Crown King Wilder's legs were gone because of the equilibrium. My man, you can get the fuck out of here with Tyson Fury having tremendous punching power, dog. He doesn't. He doesn't, right? Unless maybe, he hooks up with Martin Carefoot again. Now, maybe if he hooks up with Martin Carefoot again, that can pop off, though. But thank you, though, by the way, because the super chat did give me the $25 where I provided you for that wisdom about them pimples. Boy, I'm telling you it's the truth. Telling you it's the truth. Telling you it's the truth. Believe me. Wilder's leg. Okay, that was cool. Trip legs tangled. Yeah, I like that. Julio Cesar Chavez is known for body shots. Yeah, absolutely, man. The big dog Willie in the building said, public service announcement, fuck Dillian White, dog. Yeah, that's some obnoxious ass. Maybe I do need to check myself, dude. But is it my imagination? Or the UK got a bunch of have at least. Anthony Joshua is like the least obnoxious of all. Who would have thought, dude, that Anthony Joshua would be the least obnoxious of all the top UK heavyweights? I can't say anything about Daniel Dubois yet because Daniel Dubois ain't been in big enough circumstances to know if he's obnoxious or not. But that must be like a personality thing, man. Like Dillian White. What the fuck is Dillian White on, man? Like, that is the most obnoxious person in all of boxing. Is there anybody more obnoxious than Dillian White? I used to think maybe it was like Adrian Bronner was the most obnoxious person in all of boxing. But Dillian White puts Adrian Bronner, as far as obnoxiousness, he puts Adrian Bronner to shame, man. He is always talking crazy about somebody. Fannon, you had to take yesterday's stream down? No, my stream ain't down. Let me check. No, I didn't take my stream down from yesterday, but let me look. Go to my videos. Okay, so what is this? Is that it? Boxing Talk with Fannon, Errol Spence, with Walsh, Terrence Crawford. That was it, right? Yeah, I don't see it up here, but I didn't take it down. That's odd. But no, I didn't get any type of notifications that I had anything removed or. Nah, that's odd, man. Here, let me do something real quick. Sorry, man. You got me. You messed me up. Now I gotta look to see if it's there from this angle. Maybe I marked it private on accident. Hold on a second. Alrighty. Hold on 1 second. All right, go to lives. Weird, man. You right, it ain't there. That is really strange. I did want. No, there it is. No, that's the 6th. That's the 7th. Weird. That is really weird. It's not there. Something must be wrong with YouTube, but no, man, I didn't take it down. I didn't have to. Nah, man, I didn't have any issue with that. I mean, what is this? Weird, huh? Really, that's really weird. Let me look at my channel, see if I got a strike or something. I don't know why I would. Man, come on with this slowpoke shit. Nope, no strikes. No nothing. It's just not there. Maybe I deleted it on accident yesterday. I don't know. I don't know where that went. Hey, Devin Blocker, man, much love in that super chat. I'm sorry, I don't know. Oh, you see it? Okay, cool. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't see it on mine either. YouTube got some problems going on, man. Definitely got some problems going on. There was shit yesterday where it was like you couldn't even see views for a while, but it is what it is, man. So much action in today's program. Endless knowledge. Thanks, Robert Sorensen. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's fun to talk to you, man. I can't tell you how happy I'm to have Leaford in here, though. Can't even tell you, dog. That's my guy right there. You too blessed for strikes? Yeah, no, I don't do the strikes, man. I don't do the strikes. I don't believe in that, dude. Because I started off the channel doing like a lot of videos and do like people playing around. Like, it ain't worth. Oh, 1 hour and 15-minute show. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I didn't see it on mine. But anyway, someone can't catch the show live and double back on the archive. Sometimes, Dark Truth said, sometimes I can't catch the show live and double back on the archives. Yeah, YouTube said you took it down. Maybe I deleted it. I might have deleted it. Yeah, you know what? I understand. I see what happened, man. I think I did delete it. I think I accidentally deleted it because yesterday I tried to go on the show and then it's like I did it twice or something. So I probably wound up. Yeah, I might have accidentally deleted it. I might have accidentally deleted it, but I didn't delete it. It's not the YouTube. If they said I took it down, I must have accidentally deleted it when I was trying to get like Down. I probably fucked up. Anyway, this show is no longer in my. That show is no longer on my playlist. Yeah, man, that sucks. What percentage of Wilder's losses do you attribute to these 5 things? Training camp associated injuries, Tyson Fury's strategy, overall ability, Tyson Fury's cheating, nerves, other. I mean, I wouldn't really put a percentage on that, man. I just think that it is. I think he lost. I just think he lost. I wouldn't put a percentage in that. I can't tell you. Like what I've always said is, man, Tyson Fury is good enough to beat anybody without cheating, but it doesn't change the fact that he did. You know what I mean? I think Tyson Fury is good enough to beat anybody. He's good enough to beat anybody when they're at their best. I believe they're good enough to beat anybody when they're at their best. But I would think that probably Deontay Wilder, like what Deontay Wilder probably his biggest issue is that he just been fighting so much top competition, and he's been fighting so active, and he really hasn't had any rest. And honestly, man, that when you fight that many times, people know what you're going to do. And I think Tyson Fury is very prepared for what Deontay Wilder did, and a little bit of bad luck. A little bit of bad luck. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury threw a shot. Deontay Wilder turned his head and got caught with something. And, that's how the fight went. It could have very well been Tyson Fury that got hit with that. You know what I mean? What do I think of Derlin James, and what do I think about Wilder's corner? I like Mark Breland. I wish that they would bring in. I'm an advocate now for Buddy McGirt. Because something has to change. I mean, I don't think it's real. I think it's, I don't think it'll be. Deontay Wilder can improve. He can improve, and hopefully he does improve. And I believe what Buddy McGirt said. I take what he says seriously, and I think there's a lot of merit to it. A couple changes, a couple tweaks, some adjustments, and nobody will be able to beat Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder can hurt you and make you do something other than put you in a position to land a big right hand, and he has another weapon or something else that's frustrating you that you got to deal with, he can walk you into that shot. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, Tyson Fury is a very, very good fighter, man. He's a very good fighter. I would never deny that. Have never denied that. I just think that he, as a person, I didn't appreciate what he said, because it's just like, man, why would anybody ever? It's like you're trying to portray this. They're trying to portray this image of the guy, but then he says things like that just makes me feel like this dude is just an ingrate. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see that there's a lot of situations where I personally don't like ingrates. I don't like them. Because, there's sometimes, like, if somebody does something for you to help you, man, I think that you should always acknowledge that. Right? Because nobody gets anywhere by themselves. Everybody that's successful has somebody that hurt them, somebody that helped them, somebody that paved the way for them, somebody that gave them a chance. Those things are very real, and I think in everybody's life, man. And to have somebody they would just basically somebody that would kick somebody when they're down. Kicking somebody when they're down, dog, it's just a tacky thing, man. Anyway, Fury hit Wilder with 30 rabbit punches from round 3 to 6. Fury is a scumbag. I mean, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. What's 60 years ago? 60 years ago, what? Definitely is Errol Spence 60 years ago. I don't know what 60 years ago is. Anyway, Wilder got to learn how to punish his opponent for 12 rounds. Now, that wouldn't be bad. Letting him rest up and think, and you get out thought. There is a lot of time, dude, where he's not tremendously active. That could be a matter of conditioning, but it is what it is, dude. The dude made $90 million, so when it's all said and done, man, great fighters lose. You know what I mean? If you're gonna lose at something, let it be something for 40, 50 million bucks. Not a bad time to lose, you know what I mean? But hopefully this live stream I will not actually accidentally take down. That video is not up. It said I took it down, which is look, if Hannah might be a troll, then any might be trolls got to go. Okay? Conspiracy to troll is punishable by immediately getting your ass smacked upside the head by a wrench. The literal wrench. No Floyd, what do you mean? Leafa, no Floyd what? Obnoxious is obnoxious fighters? Nah, Floyd ain't. If you're talking about obnoxious, I don't find him as obnoxious as Dillian White. That UK heavyweight Dillian White dude, he is something on another level. He's something of another level of obnoxious. At least Floyd Mayweather Jr. had reason to be obnoxious. You know, like, oh, you think Hannah's on delay? Oh, well then unhide her then. All right, I'll hide you if you think she's on delay. That's cool. Sorry, Hannah. Yeah, Floyd is confident. Yeah, man. I wouldn't put I wouldn't say. I mean, Floyd's kind of obnoxious now with all that money and all that shit. But you know, he's Floyd, so I mean, he ain't lying. Dillian White just be lying. Dillian White just makes shit up. Like my brother Dean. You ain't even related to the dude. How's that your brother? You know what I mean? You got a dude changing his name, going around saying his name is Dean White. Oh, I'm Dillian's brother, Dean White. It ain't even his brother. His last name ain't even White. You know what I mean? The guy is sitting there talking about how he's been a mandatory for 600 days and wasn't. He just makes shit up and talks crazy about people, man. He's obnoxious, man. And he's obnoxious for no good reason, because I don't really see anything in the dude that would tell me he can really back that up. You know? Anyway, Floyd talked that talk, but he can back it up. Yes, sir. Floyd talks that talk, but Floyd's the real deal. So it's just kind of like you just gotta take it. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, so sometimes, man, dude's just so good, you gotta take it. He is obnoxious as shit though. He said Julie Rabi said White lies about stuff we can easily disprove. Yeah, and he lies about things he don't even have to lie about. Like why? I think that's going to be a video on my Patreon, man. By the way, I got one up today, Patreons. I put one up today, yesterday or today, and I got another one coming up today too. So we got two. Go check it out. One of them is about, man, this shit ain't going back to normal off this COVID stuff. Get your head around that, homie. Get used to where you are and deal with it. There's some things are going to loosen up, but it's never going to go back. So I got a Patreon video with advice and stuff about that. And then also I got another one coming up about how to dig yourself out of a hole. One of the most important, the thing that got you in the hole you're in is the same thing that's going to get you out that hole. Oh yeah, Jay Martin, the world's about to change for real. Yeah. That's why I didn't even guarantee that Tyson Fury is going to be able to come over here and fight. Ain't no guarantee. Man, do you realize that these cats can have your ass walking around, dude? Like that they might have shit put up at state borders, like in the highways. They can literally have, like, you know, you have border patrols on, you know, the border patrol coming from the United States to Mexico. Don't be surprised if they have border patrols from state to state. Like, we need to see give me your license. I need your license. Your registration's on your car. Your license. I see your registration on the car. I need your insurance, and I need your vaccination. I need to see your vaccination status. If it does not say vaccination up to date, you cannot come in. Don't be shocked, dude. Don't be shocked at all if they do some ridiculously stupid shit like that. Because they're not going to do universal health care. You know what I mean? They're not going to do a universal basic income. They're not going to do any of the type of things that can make your life better and inform your life in a way, right, where you might be able to work from home, or if you get sick, you might be able to, none of that shit. They're going to put something punitive. They're going to put something punitive out there that's going to make your life more difficult, because they don't want to do anything like, do like right. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? He said, Jay Martin said, I think Rhode Island did that to New Yorkers. Yeah, expect it. Expect for you to have your vaccination in order to get out of your state, in order to get on an airplane, in order to get back in the country. You might have to go into could you imagine if you leave the country, if you might actually have to quarantine? Like, you come into the country, you got to quarantine for 14 days. 14 days to get in the country. And then when you leave, you got to quarantine 14 days to get to get back in the country you came from. That's a month of fucking quarantine for a boxing match for Tyson Fury to come to the United States. And let me tell you, that is very, very possible. In fact, I think that it's probable that that will pop off like that. And if there's something real, Fannon, they said that is something real, Fannon, the world will never be the same. Nope. You still can't get into airports without all that nonsense. It's been 20 years. 20 years, dude, and you still cannot get into an airport. You still cannot walk in the door of an airport, walk to the gate and pick up your daughter. That shit ended in that shit ended in 2000. Was that 2000 or 2001? When was 9/11? 2001? Was that 2000 or 2001? I can't remember. But it's basically 20 years. 20 years since that happened. 2001, thank you. And you still can't do that. All the barriers that they put around airports. Now, what barriers, in order to stop this, where do they need to put the barriers? That's how they think. Where do you need to put the barriers? You're going to put the barriers state by state because you can't do it city. You can't do it city by city. That's not practical. You can't do it city by city. You do it state by state. So in all the highways you driving by, get expected for them to stop you and say, excuse me, let me see your ID. Let me see your vaccination card. Your vaccination's not up to date. I'm sorry. Turn around and go home. For you and all your kids. That shit is going to make it difficult to move around the country. Definitely difficult to move from country to country. They're going to lock your ass up in a vault for 14 days in order to prevent that stuff from popping off because these people losing all this money. But anyway, man, absolutely, Renee, more control. That's how their mind works. That's how their mind works. Because they're not going to stop creating them. You know what I mean? Not going to stop creating these things and doing other people dirty with them, which means the shit's going to spread, man. Dude, I'm not saying this is biological warfare. All I'm saying is that you know that there is biological warfare. And as a result, when you fuck around with viruses, that shit can get around. Just expect your life to change majorly. But anyway, there's a video on that with more details. So check it out. If you're already a patron, go check that out. It's up there today. And also the one about digging yourself out of a hole. But said that mind works like how you said. Yes, that mind works. It is. It's how that mind works. Nah, we got to control you. We got to stop you. We got to keep you from doing something. Instead of, like, for example, do you like the idea that these dudes give money to banks? Like, a whole bunch of people are out of jail. Look at the logic behind this. And nobody even questions, like, the basic logic behind this. Like, what would make you think that this is the smart thing to do? A whole bunch of people lose their jobs. You have money. You have $10 trillion to give away. You don't give it to the people that need the money. You give it to the banks so the banks can then charge the people for that money. What fucking sense does that make? Oh, we'll give it to you with a loan. See, that's because that shit is so entrenched in their mind that that's how things should be, that they're not going to want to go away from that. And controlling people, police states and things like that, no, come on, man. That's how people operate all around the world. They're going to operate it that way. And you guys, and by the way, don't blame black people for that. People have been telling y'all for a long time that that's the fucking route that the shit that they were doing to us. And you didn't. A lot of motherfuckers didn't want to believe it, didn't want to listen, or didn't care. Didn't believe it, didn't want to listen, or heard it and didn't care. But now when your ass got to run up, when you try to go across the state line and they frisk you, they check and scan everything up on you to make sure you ain't got any corona, blame yourself, homie. Tried to told you. Been tried to told you. Just like I tried to tell you about them pimples. Better listen to me. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me get out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my boy Leaford, man. Thank you so much for coming to the chat. And everybody else, shout out and check out. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Excuse me. We'll be back. You say, oh yeah, the martial law that they subtly push on you. Dude, this is martial law. So there's martial law all over the United States right now. They're just not calling it that. They're calling it stay in place or self-quarantine. Stay your ass in the house. Do not come out for no fucking good reason. You know, and don't be surprised if that shit don't continue like that. You know what I mean? Excuse me, why are you out of your house? Where are you going and why exactly? Because don't you got Bloomberg did stop and frisk? Somebody's from New York, they did stop and frisk. You don't need a warrant to stop somebody in the middle of the street and go through their pockets and ask what they're doing. They already shown that they're more than willing to do that. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me get up out of here and I'm out. Peace.